You're listening to WJHS Studios production. Welcome to Media in the Making, a podcast where we look at the evolution of media and its changes in all of us, one invention at a time. In this podcast series, we ask, how has different forms of media evolved, and how have these changed culture? This is Media in the Making, where media and culture are always changing. Now let's take a step back into time. Good morning, afternoon, night, or whatever time you're listening to this. This is Maddox, and I'm a huge baseball fan. Today's topic is MLB pitch clock. There's a big question going on in baseball that revolves around this at the moment, and it is, the pitch clock is changing more and more than you think, and it affects the game in every way. And this is the story of explaining just that, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything about it. A lot of baseball old heads do not like the pitch clock, but a lot of current guys are liking it, and it was designed to speed up the game length, and that's what they like about it. It has cut full 9-inning games down by 30 to 60 minutes per game. This was found and researched by analysts at MLB Network. The pitch clock was originally inserted into low A baseball and then was continued to be experimented with. It was so successful that it was first introduced in the MLB on opening day of the 2023 season, with the first games being the Giants versus Yankees and the Braves versus Nationals. There is more steps that the MLB is trying to take alongside the pitch clock, but nothing has been made official yet, such as the pitch clock in the big leagues. Pitch clock has changed the games for the better of baseball. Players have been more engaged, and players have been performing better since this has been put into place. Batters have been more focused on their approach and getting in the box quicker, and pitchers have been more worried about their timing, because if they take too long, they could result in bad things such as a ball, a balk, or runs to score. It has been an easy installation process compared to past things as well. When the MLB first introduced StatCast back in the 2010s, some fields did not adjust to it at all and struggled at first, and adjustments had to be made. With the timer for this pitch clock, it was inserted into the wall in center field and around the backstops on each side of the walls for players to easily see the time and what's going on. There is no issue with it working unless the person controlling it made an error or a silly mistake like a goof over time, and hopefully MLB is trying over time to have the game recognized by a digital thing such as a camera or some sort of technology to recognize the game and do it all by itself. Today I have Quentin Dennis with me and can see what he thinks about the MLB pitch clock.
What's up?
What effect do you think the pitch clock has in the MLB?
That it makes the game more fun and entertaining to watch with a more of a fast-paced game. Makes it so you don't have to watch a game for more than a couple hours.
Personally, I think that's very true, Quentin Dennis, because games have been a lot more smooth since the installation of pitch clock, and overall the game has succeeded. What are your overall thoughts on MLB trying to add more things like pitch clock, such as batter challenges and more?
I think it makes the game better and more fair. So if the umpire makes a terrible call, the batter or pitcher has abilities to succeed.
Furthermore, personally, I think the game is also growing in a positive way for the future of the league, such as not allowing bad umpires to ruin games like playoff games because they're so important, and umpires have been messing up complete games for the last couple of years and in big spots. I also believe that allowing players to challenge bad calls is good for the game because ultimately the players know whether or not someone is safe or if it's a ball or strike on any given play, and overall the game has been making improvements over the last couple of years. With this new baseball, pitch clock is more important of the new things. Because MLB was at a stale point in time and needed something new and fresh for not only players to look forward to, but fans. The game was the same since it was originally created back in the late 1800s, and there was no changes. It was just straight baseball and no time or anything like that. This was a major shifting point for all sports, drenched in history, as well because it was putting more rules in place that helped the game be smoother first pitch to last out. Many people did not like this, but people playing loved it. Hopefully in the next few years, MLB is able to fully acquire and input the challenging system into games and make the game smoother, such as for balls and strikes, or, for example, curveballs that aren't in the zone that get called as a strike because the umpire can't see. A quote from Rob was, "This not only helped with attendance, but attention span of players and more hustle." He was saying this in an interview on MLB TV, which is a channel solely about baseball, facts, and stats. MLB TV is the same as what analysts we used earlier. I'm Maddox, a big baseball fan for life, and let's go enjoy another 100 years of baseball.